Alright guys, if you get told you have too many plastics, tell them to watch this video. I can prove them wrong. Time for a NetBait video. Alright guys, time to talk about this NetBait. Just got my order in, looking forward to going through what we got here and getting them out on the water. Let's roll right into it. First up, if you've seen my Booyah video, you've seen some of the finesse jigs and different things like that, the smaller jigs. First up, I got the tiny pack chunk. There you go. You get 7 of those in a pack. This one's in green pumpkin. And here it is. Just a nice little chunk to throw on the back of your jig. Green pumpkin color. And with these Paca series, these little claws, man, they kick pretty good when you get them in the water. Stand straight up for you. So there you go. Tiny Paca chunk. Throw that on a little finesse jig. Perfect little compact setup. Next, I've got the Baby Action Cat, it's called. You get 8 of these in a pack. Got this one in the black and blue flake. Alright, and here's that guy. There you go. Oh, that is a creature type bait. Flip it around different places. You got 2 swinging appendages, you got a couple fold up or little legs here in the center, you got legs on the side, and with this it's a hollow body. With that it actually traps air bubbles in there and can help with the buoyancy of the bait itself. It gives it a little different action having that hollow body like that compared to just your normal solid body type baits. So that's a cool little thing to have there. Next I've got the Kickin Baits series. I've got the minis and just your standard size. The minis, you get 10 of them in a pack. With the regular, you get 8. The big one's going to be black and blue here, and I've got green pumpkin on the minis. And what these baits are, there you go. Alright, and what these baits are is, when you look at other brands, you've got your toads and different plastic toads and stuff like that for just that little top water action. Well, that's kind of what these guys do. Throw them babies out there, pull them across the top of the water, and these little arms kick. And if you watched, believe it was my Jeans Pond video, I used these baits quite a bit in that video and in that tournament, free fishing and whatnot. But works great as a little top water bait with them legs kicking on top. You can also throw it on the back of a swim jig or a chatterbait or something like that and get them action from them legs. Whatever you could come up with, this bait can do it. Them arms will definitely put out a lot of action for you. So there you go. The Kickin Baits series. Do like those. Some of my favorites for heavy weeds and throwing the top water. That's what I use those for the most for. Next, I got my the Paca Cross series. I've got some of the baby Pacas and your standard Paca Cross size. The babies, you get 9 of them in a pack, 8 to a pack on the normal size. There you go, there's those for you. And here they are. This one's in a crawfish color, the big one, and then this one here is called Blueberry Candy. It's got like a watermelon candy on one side, just standard, and then you go to the other side, it's watermelon candy mixed with blueberry with I guess a blue glitter in there. And it's a little darker than the other side. So there's your blueberry candy. Alright, and same with with the Action Cat there. These are also hollow body. So a little less plastic for both of these baits when you're trying to set that hook. And like I said with the other one there, it can get air bubbles stuck in there. Yeah, especially when you're fishing these. And you get that air bubble in there and it just helps them stay standing straight up for you. Gives a little different action, a little softer action. And with these, what I like to fish with them, I was swimming the bigger one here last year, swimming that on a chatterbait, and these legs they just kick in the water and they give off a lot of action. And that was working really good for me. Or also, for a while there, I was throwing this one earlier in the season on a wobbling jig head. So just had that rigged up and just letting that baby wobble back and forth on that free swinging jig head, throwing it for rocks and whatnot, or throwing it around the rocks for smallmouth, and that was working like a champ for me. Alrighty, so that's your Paca series, your Paca Craws. Alright, next I have my 5-inch salt licks. It's right there, just your standard Cinco. In this color, my favorite color that I've used so far, it's called Bluegill. There we go. There's your bluegill color. What that is a black Cinco. I got some blue and gold flake mixed in there. This caught a lot of fish on this color last year, and hopefully it works again for me in this area this year. But there you go. Good, high quality plastics here. There you go. A 5-inch salt lick. Next up, I've got the Paca Punch. What that is, and I got them in 2 different colors to show you. Alright, with the salt lick you get 10 of those in a pack, by the way. And with the punch you get 7, or nope, sorry, that's 8. With a Paca Punch you get 8 of these in each package. There you go. I've got Junebug and black and blue flake to show you. And here's those babies. Just rig them babies up, kind of like the name says. Rig them up for punching, and you got that action from them nice claws. Pretty much the same kind of setup with the claws as your baby or your Paca Craw and whatnot. Nice long craws, and babies are gonna flap as you punch through the mats and whatnot, or them heavy weeds. There's your Junebug color. A purple with a lot of emerald glitter in there, and then just your black and blue flake. Like I said, Paca Punch, just like it says. Rig them babies up for punching, send it through the mats, rig them up with some of that Swagger tungsten, and ball them through, catch them bass hiding down there in the shade. Next, right along with that punching, we've got the B-Bug series. Just your standard beaver baits. There you go, and then the mini. You get 10 of the standard size in a pack, 12 of the minis. Right, where are we at? Oh, he's right in front of me. There we go. Alright, first one I got for you is black and blue, so you can see one side is black, and then the other side you flip her over and you got blue. So it gives it a nice little difference in colors there. And just like your beaver baits you normally see out there, you got a couple appendages here down on the bottom, and then you got 2 in the top here in the middle. You can pull those apart, give it a little bit different action, however you want to set her up. So there's your standard size, and here's the mini. Green pumpkin, nothing too fancy there. And next you might have seen, this one was used by the #1 guy there on the Harris Chains down in Florida. It's called the Big Bopper in green pumpkin. And essentially what this bait is a stick bait, your normal salt lick type bait, or just a ribbon worm or whatever you want to go with. And it's got that little bit of a paddle tail on it. There you go. There There it is, the big bopper. And a tip that I seen him put out after his win there was when you rig this guy up, rig it up so that tail is up like that. For some reason he just feels like that's the best way it can be rigged. So there you go, pass that on to you. You rig this baby up, rig it so that tail is sticking up like that. Alright, that's your big bopper. Next, we have the contour worm series. These ones great for drop shotting, shaky heads. Definitely a finesse type worm. They're 6 inches, they're standard size here. And then we have smoke purple and brown chartreuse. And there's 10 in each pack on the 6 inchers here. There you go. Alright. There's your brown chartreuse and your smoke purple. The cool thing with these, I don't know if you'll be able to see it as you set it there, is you put something behind it, so it's got that bit of clear plastic in there. It darkens it when you get something behind it. So if you're fishing around different sparse weeds or grass or whatever, as you get something behind it, it just darkens it and changes that color. Gives it a little bit different look to it, changes it up. That's something cool about those. And like I said, rigging these babies up, generally on a shaky head. Used them on a drop shot last year. Nice ribbed body and a nice wide paddle tail on the back. Caught quite a few fish on the smoke purple and also the brown chartreuse there. Next, going to some of our swim type baits. I've got the 5-inch, the big Spanky. They also have a little Spanky, obviously just a little bit smaller. Still have quite a few of those, so I just stocked up on the big Spanky this time. And there you go, you get 7 of these in a pack, and just a standard plastic swim bait. Great on a swim jig, chatterbait, something like that. You could rig it by itself as well, but definitely recommend it more as a trailer type bait. And this one's not too bad, but when you get plastics in any brand, really, if your tail gets all tweaked up from the packaging, the way they're packaged, if your tail gets all tweaked up, if you just get some nice some nice boiling water going, set that tail in there just for a few seconds, let that plastic soften up, and then lay them out so they reform back to the kind of kicking tail, the shape that you're looking for. That's just a little tip for some of these when they get a little beat up or they get bent over wrong. And if you've been fishing with them long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Warm water, lay them out, and they'll stiffen right back up to the normal position for you. Alright, next is the split belly swim bait from NetBait. It's the BK swim bait. This is the 4-incher. They also have a little bigger version, I believe 5-inchers. So there you go. There's the swim bait. Silver shad color. Silver shad's just a clear, a white, and it's got some black and silver flake in it. There you go. There's the BK swim bait. Like I said, it's split belly. There you go. This one I'm mostly throwing this just like the way it is, just a swim bait, chucking it around. And I rigged that up on the fish head V-lock swim bait head, or whatever you want to call it. But there you go. There that baby is. Alright. Next, I've got the Pack of Slim. New product, just came out recently, in the last month or so from NetBait. Well, the Pack of Slim's been around, but I've got the new version. It's the colored tips. They've got 6 different versions, and I can't wait to get these babies out on the water. And here's the packaging on them, and you get 7 of them in a package. They're Pack of Slim 4-inch. Alright. We've got 4 colors in the green pumpkin, and then 2 with a black standard. Get them out here so you can kind of see them better. Alrighty. There you go. Whoop. There you have it. You got a green pumpkin with a red colored tip. Got a green pumpkin with blue. Got a green pumpkin with a chartreuse. And green pumpkin with orange tips. And this is just a time saver, what it really comes down to. A lot of people are dying their tips or different things on whatever kind of plastic you got. This really comes down to, for me, is a time saver. I don't have to worry about when I'm throwing these, and when I'm dyeing tips, I don't have to worry about going and getting my dye, or where did I put my dye? I spilt my dye. It alleviates that problem. They come pre-dyed, pre-ready, or pre-colored and ready for you to go out there on the water. For tournament fishing, big time saver. I can't wait to throw these, save myself some time, save myself the hassle. Thanks NetBait, taking a step out of that for me. Next we got the black tips, or the black ones with dye tips. You got the black with the red, there you go. And we've got the black with a blue. There you go. That's the pack of Slims, the 4-inch version. And alright, that kind of wraps up what I had in my box this time around. Believe me, hit up NetBait's website. They have a ton more options. I mean, different baits and the colors. I mean, these guys have enormous amounts of different colors and schemes to mess around with. That was one of the best things I like about this company. You don't have your standard 3 or 4 colors and that's where you're tied up to. These guys have a great variety to keep things different. And Justin, the owner over there at NetBait, is always looking, innovating, and trying different things, looking for the new next best thing. So get yourself some NetBait, get out there, get the net, because you're going to need it. Alrighty guys, Yooper Basser, check it out. We're getting real close. I think I got 2 weeks left to my Florida trip, and we're going to get these babies out on the water. You'll have some follow-up videos with some NetBait, rigged up with some swagger tackle, and we're going to go whack them down there in Florida. Until then, we'll see you guys later.